Hello, welcome back to the channel. First of all, both Jeff and I would like to wish you a massively happy new year. I hope you all get everything that you want this year, and I hope 2024 is a good year for everybody. Anyway, the reason I'm here is because I want to introduce you to a film that Jeff's made. It's a fascinating film and it's about barns. Have you thought about barns recently? I hadn't till I watched this, but I tell you what, it opened my eyes. And I know I don't live in America, I live in England, but I'm going to be looking at barns going forwards. I really must admit I will. Anyway, listen, thank you very much. If you get a chance, hit the old subscribe button. It really helps us build the channel and we can make more and better films for you. But for now, over to Jeff and Barns of America.
Hello everybody. I am passing through Muskogee, Oklahoma today, where my mother was born and where the incredibly world-famous cardboard and plywood castle is, which I don't think they realized that people would know that it's a castle because they put the name right at the top. I'm thinking a lot today about barns. And I have been for the last couple days because I have been in rural America and I have been passing a great deal of them. And I have some thoughts on barns. Barns seem to be the canary in the coal mine when it comes to knowing how prosperous the people are in a certain area. There's something about barns that make you think to yourself that there are some places in the world that just aren't very wealthy. And there are some barns that you pass that you would really like to know their story. Who built them and why? And how circumstances changed to just let them become dilapidated. And some barns you just want to grab a hold of and straighten them up and say, is that all you need? Just a little helping hand so you could be useful once again? I marvel at some barns, to think that they were so grandiose and to now stand so dilapidated. I can't help but think to myself that they must have an equally grand story to tell if they could talk. I marvel at the old Dutch dairy barns, and silently as I drive along, I wonder how many hundreds and hundreds of cows have passed through these doors on their way in the morning and the evenings to be milked. Today, milking operations are being taken over by conglomerates, and small dairies like this are quickly becoming a thing of the past. The king of all barns are those built by the Amish. Oftentimes these barns are built in a day or two. They are all wood, and they are built to withstand nuclear attack. All of the hardware is handmade. They are truly something to see. Every board is perfectly straight, and they are built completely free of ornament. If there's a window, it's because a window was needed in that place. I find machine sheds also particularly fascinating because they are often filled with the long, unused equipment that they were built to protect. As I drive along, I wonder what treasures are present inside their darkened rooms. And I think about all of the people that built them that are now long gone. You can hear the people say, yes, that old car. Yes, when Uncle Harry died, he loved that car, and we just couldn't bear to get rid of it. So we put it inside the machine shed, and it's been there for 30 years. In areas where trees were scarce, they stand as lone sentinels made of stone against the prairie sky. It is staggering, the thought, that a small number of people carried these stones in small wagon loads and erected these barns. I always wonder about the old barns that were successfully used for many years to house dairy cows or for farming of any kind. I always wonder what they're thinking now, when the same barn 120 years later ends up with a smiley face painted on it and as an antique store. Some barns you wonder if you are the only one that sees the face in them. And sometimes when you pass the same barn multiple times, you don't see a face the second time that you saw the first time, and you wonder why. Sometimes you think about how much time you've spent thinking about barns. And sometimes you just sit on the Highway 16 bridge in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and you think about all the things in the world there is to think about, and the amazingly short time you have to do it.